I could not stop myself from falling off the newly inducted MIL Mi-17V5. My brother gave me a hefty shove, thereby propelling me into a terrifying peregrination with the clouds beneath. Teeming with the mesmerizing beauty, the untamed jungles, the towering peaks and the holy temple, the Kedarnath tempted my family to spend a rewarding and rejuvenating vacation with it, even in the midst of the ravaging monsoons. We reached the Kedarnath temple's base camp Gaurikund on the eve of 16th June 2013. We were gracefully embraced by the surprisingly pleasant weather in the lap of the great Himalayas. We were relishing the serene weather at the foothills of the Himalayas, hardly realizing that it was a cataclysm in repose, the lull before the storm. Rubbing my eyes, I woke up to catch a glimpse of the clouds rising from the indolence, transforming their hue from white to grey. The air gained momentum, changing its flow from streamlined to turbulent. Contemplating the possibility of a heavy downpour, my father instructed, "Quickly get ready, Yatharth. Let's move before it starts to rain." We wore our shoes, packed our bags and advanced our way for the 14-kilometer trek to the great temple of Lord Shiva, the Kedarnath. Completing half of the great Odyssey, we reached Rambada, where we were welcomed by a sudden outburst of rain. Taking shelter beneath a shop, we were waiting for the rain to slow down, warming ourselves with a cup of tea. Chun! My cup of tea slipped from my hand as I heard a deafening sound of a cloudburst. We felt the commotion in our surroundings. The Mandakini river raised, flooding the area extending from the majestic Kedarnath temple to the Gaurikund region. A blustery wind was sending flurries of rain against the window. Humongous landslides, dark thunderclouds, sudden cloudbursts, tempestuous winds, shattering windows, crying faces, and frightened hearts. It was not an ordinary indication. Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar, I heard my mother pray. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I heard my father chant when suddenly, chak 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 chak, the sound of the great copter seemed to answer all our prayers, bringing with it a ray of good hope in the Rambada region. 15 people at a time, 15 people. The 6-feet army pilot squealed to the disaster victims waiting to be rescued. My mother dragged me inside, her husband leading the way. Soon after having a seat in my savior, the MIL Mi-17V5, I felt the tremendous G-forces as I rose up with the 4-quintal whirly bird. Seeing its awe-inspiring blades cut through the gusty air, I was dumbfounded. Then I saw the copter turn and accelerate towards the safe land of Rudraprayag. "Ah!" I exclaimed with delight, "we are finally rescued." The thumping heartbeats had hardly regained their lost serenity when the helicopter shook with a sudden blow, thus petrifying the 15 creatures sitting inside. "Take out your seatbelts, grab your parachutes and jump off the chopper one by one when I ask you to do so," the pilot instructed the startled victims, anticipating the prospect of a terrific worm. "Hey young man, it's your turn first," the pilot said to me. The pilot instructed me about how and when to open the parachute and then said to me, "Have faith in yourself, go to the edge and just jump off the chopper. Good luck." As instructed, I went to the edge and then looked down at the 625 feet void that existed between me and my Mother Earth. I was appalled, experiencing a shock wave run through my nerves. "No, I can't do it," I screamed. My brother gave me a push, but I managed to keep myself in position. I could vividly feel my heart thump through my chest. My brother pushed me again. I repudiated, but this time I could not stop myself from falling off the newly inducted MIL Mi-17V5. My brother gave me a hefty shove, thereby propelling me into a terrifying peregrination with the clouds beneath. I stood aghast, flying with the carefree birds, accelerating at an above normal rate. I opened my parachute at the right time and reached the land of Ukimat safely. Slowly I saw others landing safely near that region. "Thank you, pilot bhaiya," I exclaimed with amazement as I saw the last victim landing safely. Everybody was pleased and thankful to the pilot. I thought to myself, the pilot rescued everybody, but how will he manage to... Bum! A loud terrifying explosion, accompanied by an unbearably bright light, interrupted my thought process. All that was enough to tell me what had happened. The pilot had merged with the soil below, losing his physical body forever, but gaining eternal respect in the eyes of many for his invaluable sacrifice. The story of this unselfish sacrifice was worth a mention on 26th January 2014 by the Prime Minister of India, thus motivating millions of audacious hearts. It feels gratifying to know that such unflinching humans exist even in today's world of self-obsession, egocentrism and indifference. Even today, when I think of that incident, tears start flowing through my cheeks, ending their momentary voyage in the soil beneath, thanking somebody lying there for the altruistic renunciation that saved 15 and inspired millions. Thank you.